So we're on our way to Foxborough, to Mom's. I'm just gonna talk my way. I'm just gonna I have two gloves on, so it's like it's gonna. Yeah, I've got two gloves on, so my hands aren't quite as sensitive to the throttle. You know, I feel like someone who's riding with a disability almost, like the sensitivity in my hand to feel that throttle well. You know, there's a downside to wearing double gloves. They go numb by cold, or they can go numb by lack of feel. Either way is not the best choice. But I do notice that the squeezing the brakes and throttling is a little more difficult. Wood truck. It's a large thing. Yeah. So so we're doing this, and you know, I think I'm kind of the motorcycle can't wait to be fixed. It's not broken. It just needs its maintenance. You know, tires, I think we're at about 5,000 on this. It's at 5,000. I'm not sure if I've worn the tires. You know, the roads I've been on have been nice. This is a nice road. And you know, I haven't done anything extreme with this. Wind though, wind is a factor. Look at this kid. Like, yeah, I don't need a coat. Really? It's youth. Anyway, so we're on our way to Mom's. They have some kind of show going. Today's the last day. We left later than we wanted. You know, usual things happen on a Sunday morning. What time is it? 2:19. Oh my God, it's over at 3. Is it really 2:19? That can't be right. Is it 2:19? Oh, that's too funny. If it's really 2:19. So that says 2:19, doesn't it? That is too funny. It's like too late. We left late. We're gonna leave early. It's like our lives are like that. My husband and I are late people. I'm okay when I'm not with him. Like, we're bad for each other that way. With my girlfriends, I'm on time better. Although I am by my nature late. But he's by his nature late. So we're not exactly great with each other. Although I'm the one that usually slows us down. Though today, he needed to get a sweatshirt or something, and we needed air, and it was just like, 40 minutes before we were actually on our way. So, yeah, it's a little later than I thought. And the clouds are kind of gathering, dude. I'm not sure if it's my sunglasses or these are clouds. The sunglasses help protect my eyes, even under they're light sunglasses, light shaded, but they help protect, believe it or not, like the cold in your eyes. I wasn't wearing them earlier, and I said, I'm gonna put them on. So, yesterday was a strange day in America. A lot of protests at the different airports, including here in Boston. Senator Warren went up and talked, ooh, this is icky, about, this, first they came for the Jews, but I was not Jewish. Anyway, we're screwed. I mean, it's tough. It's hard to talk about now because it's so real. Before it was kind of like, it'd never get that bad. And as it gets worse, through each executive order, through each chancellor seizing of power, never could happen here feeling is like, oh my God, it's friggin' happening here. I mean, Stephen Bannon is a certified white supremacist Nazi. And he has all of our social media, by the way. They gave him like some kind of NSA unprecedented powers over Homeland Security, so any threat to Trump's ego will have a hard time. So those of us who've been against him on social media will probably be swept away in un-American activities camps or un-Trump activities camps or whatever it is that they want to call it. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's, a little hyperbole there for sure, but it's like you're hoping I find that my most pessimistic, awful self when I say terrible things and like hope I'm just being ridiculous, I don't know if always, but often have been right. It's like, oh Jesus, is this for real? Can this really be happening? I mean, really, like things like right to abortion, least of your concerns. That's my famous, I love that hill, I saw them though, no problem. He was nice to slow down. Yeah, it's like, least of our concerns is the right to the abortion, not to say that that's not a huge health concern for women. It's always, the right always likes to put it down as love for babies, but I've talked about that before. It's really about restricting women's movements, imprisoning them. If they cared about kids, Head Start would be the best funded program in America, but it isn't. So that's like the least of your worries. Like you're actually worried about dissidents, and not even dissidents, like someone who says stuff that doesn't comply with Trump's ego, finding themselves fired. Huge exodus out of the State Department, which is Stephen Bannon, now the fascist of Breitbart. Our only news source is going to be Breitbart. We're like, we've become like a weird combination of North Korea and Russia. It's like, it's so surreal. It's just friggin' surreal. And scooping people up. The only kind of positive thing about all this is social media. Social media through Twitter kind of helped the son of a bitch get in. But now you can have these spontaneous protests. Although we'll probably lock down the network. That'll be easy. And that's what you do. You'll lock it down. Say, oh, internet, goodbye. So, yeah. You gonna go ahead, hon? Why don't you go ahead? You're in my way. Go ahead. Go ahead, hon. Oh, look at these skies. It's too funny. I think my clock is right. Fall back. Maybe I didn't fall back. Possible I didn't fall back. Spring ahead, fall back. Oh, maybe I didn't fall back. I don't know. I'm hoping I didn't fall back, because this is stupid. It closes at 3. I have 2:25. But even these skies, man, they're like, what? If it rains, we're screwed. It's like ice water, so we can't get back. It's too funny. I mean, it's all of a sudden just threatening. It's kind of my fault. Like, gotta get out of the house early. What happens is, and I find this on the bike rides, if you don't get out of the house early, I mean bicycle rides with my friends, like people start getting up and they start calling you, and then you get this, and then you need that, and da-da-da-da. And now it's like an hour before mom's closes, and the sun and the outdoors looks a little precarious. Symbolic of our country's position, maybe. Yep. That's how it goes. I mean, there's nothing really here for us as far as moms goes. Indian, I guess. One of the two, Indian or Victoria, I'm not sure which. I'm not an expert on either. One of them is stopped production, so that's a thing. But hubby here, he has the CTX DCT, but CTX naked. And that kind of is a little bit along the line of the Scout, which is a much more expensive motorcycle, and also, is clutched. But he likes it, so I think he was hoping for a ride, but I don't know if we're going to make it. It was great. A second ago, it was great out. Now all of a sudden, I'm kind of hoping my sunglasses are making it worse than it is, but I don't think it's true. I'm starting to like this ride. We've been doing this road a lot lately. It was actually Night Cruiser Mass, who talked about Foxborough in this area. Really nice to just sort of cruise through. Especially nice for a scooter. Some of the areas, not exactly, this road is a little bit bigger, but it's like great for bicycling, federal land, kind of nice. Woo-wee! I'm less sensitive to cold than my hubby, and I am finding it cold. So we are going to have to... It's my hands mostly. Everything else can withstand it. Part of me, too, is being a little dogged about this. My old man rode a Harley Davidson every day. Like, if the roads were clear, in other words, if there was no ice on the roads, he rode it. He was a full season motorcycle rider, did not care about the weather. Like, as far as rain, rain didn't bother him either. He went down, to my knowledge, twice. Once he was hit at a cross intersection, got kind of hurt, crushed his toe, crushed his ribs, and went down another time less seriously, but two serious accidents really. Not super serious, but good laydowns. And but he rode it all the time. But the other thing I'm realizing now as I'm older, he didn't ride it as far as I ride it. The world back in the 60s and 70s was a smaller place. His job was like 2 miles away from home. He had 2 jobs, and the other one was like 5 miles away from home, maybe 10. But my job is like 40. Oh, here we go. Me and my, don't you love this? The PCX is 155 cc's. I think I'm full throttled. I've never been full throttled in my life. I mean, it's probably because I can't take it. I'm probably blowing the engine. I've never full throttled this thing. Going 55, which I think is a record for me. Woo! Probably should push the poor son of a bitch in this cold, but it's 55 miles an hour. Woohoo! This is a record. I've never gone this fast. So I'm thinking, 55. In wind, crushes, on a little scooter. A little bit better, almost 60 now. I'll go here. The guy behind me is giving me plenty of room. This is the tough part to get to Mom's. We'll take a right coming out, and then we can go the back roads. But getting to it, we'd rather do this than make a left across 2 lanes, with your blinker on, people coming on your ass at 55 that don't see you. Woo-wee! Yep. Oh shit. Holy manoli. Oh. That's the left I was talking about and why I don't want to make it. Can you imagine being on that in a motorcycle? There's no such thing as a fender bender in a motorcycle. No such thing. Holy manoli. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Jesus Christ.
So
to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. Then I know that the time will be just right. Dancing in the arms you will right. When you go there, my heart will be waiting to make sure you have a love. Baby, then all my dreams will be true. Baby, then I will make
Our little motorcycle that was kind of cool. Kickstart. Whoever heard of that, right? This is the little go-through place. It's kind of nice. Perfect for a scooter. This is like scooter heaven, this area. Scooters are cool.
Wow, okay.
You did it.
And
with a little practice,
Yeah.
this will be a piece of cake.
oh yeah, I bet.